My decision to give through the Victoria Foundation kind of has its origins back when I was a lot younger. As I got older and as I got better with money, I started to ask deeper questions like, what organizations do I really want to support, and how do I give most effectively? So I realized pretty quickly that to really answer those questions, I had to connect with the community and start to understand what value means in that context. And as soon as I discovered the Gadsden program, I just said, that's what I've been looking for, and then the next day gave him a call. My interest in food security, that revelation came on a train in Italy. I was 19 years old and teaching at summer camps and traveling on my own for the first time. So yeah, just picture lanky, skinny 19-year-old me with a big backpack on, guitar in my hand, and then traveling across Italy. And I got on this train and had not realized how long the journey was going to be. It's just very small on a map. But it turned out to be a 4-hour train ride, and I hadn't packed any food. So I was just caving over with hunger. I was so hungry. In my teenage brain, I was on death's door. But I happened to be seated next to an older woman who, she was a Canadian by chance, and we had a good conversation. But she went to get her lunch and pulled out not one sandwich, but 2. She happened to have them. And I didn't say anything, but she just noticed and offered one to me. So that act of being really, really hungry, and then someone feeling that need just stuck with me. And so that got me thinking about food security. And the name of my fund is Treno Panino, which translates to sandwich train. And that's where that comes from. A lot of times we think about philanthropy as giving something away, but I've come to frame it as investing in a community that I want to see thrive. I created a will and added the Victoria Foundation as a recipient, and the creation of the will was just pragmatic, that I bought a house last year and realized pretty quick that if I don't nail this down, if I don't get a will, then if I pass before my time, then it's going to be a lot of homework for someone, and I didn't want to be that guy even from beyond the grave. That was a super easy process. It was quick, not too complicated, and not expensive either. One of the things I experienced in putting together the will was maybe some anxiety over what it would feel like to think about death, and that's just part of it. And what surprised me about that experience was that it wasn't a negative or pessimistic thing, that in the process of thinking about who would receive what I was bequeathing, and thinking about my fund, I got to think about all the people who meant a lot to me, and how my life would impact the future going forward in my small way. And so it was a pretty joyful experience, and I left feeling good.